This is Season 8, Episode 157 of the Stevens Transport Roadside Radio Podcast.
Sometimes the important thing is not the number of miles you've driven, but what's going on inside your head while driving. The Stevens Transport Roadside Radio Podcast will stimulate your mind and keep you company while on the road. Join us for education, motivation, and inspiration from wherever you may be in our nation. You'll hear roundtable discussions about important information that's impacting our industry. Plus, you'll learn more about new technology, equipment, driving opportunities, safety, and operations. Get driver success and fitness tips to keep you profitable, safe, healthy, as well as entertaining stories from the road. And don't you know, we've all got a few of those. We might be traveling in different directions, but we're all part of one driver community at the Stevens Transport Roadside Radio Podcast. With your host, trucker Tim Cicciarelli.
Tim Cicciarelli here, otherwise known as Trucker Tim, and I hope you had an amazing Labor Day weekend. And for those of you who had to work on Labor Day, we tip our big 10-gallon Stevens cap in appreciation for all the extra work and a job well done. Coming up here in the episode, we're going to welcome back our friend Charles Wages. He is one of our top recruiters with Stevens Transport. He's based out of Houston with 14 years of experience with Stevens. He has helped countless drivers find the perfect path, whether it's as a company driver, a contractor, or a team driver. Charles Wages will be joining us towards the end of this episode. For those of you who are thinking about becoming a driver or maybe even a driver recruiter, tons of great information here. And being September 1st, we have a brand new exciting benefits package for all Stevens Transport employees and those of Paragon Leasing. Let's welcome in Michelle Gilbert from our insurance department on our Stevens Roundtable. This is our Stevens Roundtable. This segment is designated to give you the most up-to-date information as to what's happening at Stevens Transport. And at the time of the release of this podcast episode, it's Labor Day. And being September 1st, this is a day when we are launching a new benefits package. So who better to have on the podcast to help explain it as to how it's going to change your benefits of Stevens Transport than the insurance department manager, Michelle Gilbert, joining us today. Hey, Michelle, how are you?
I'm good. How are you today?
I'm wonderful. Happy Labor Day at the time of the release of this episode. And I'm sure you've been very busy getting ready for this launch. Do you care to catch us up to speed, please, of what's happening with the benefits for Stevens Transport?
We have been very busy. The benefits are going to go live on Monday today, September 1st. There is a lot of changes.
There are a lot of changes. So can you just run down a few of those changes? And if there's anything that our listeners need to do to implement these changes or participate in the changes, just go ahead. You've got the ears of Stevens Transport right now.
We have switched to Blue Cross Blue Shield as our network to administer our benefits. So you will need to make sure your providers are listed with Blue Cross Blue Shield. They do have a larger network than what we had previously, so it should be a good fit for everyone.
So how can they do that? There's a website they can log into?
There is a website for everyone to log into at Blue Cross Blue Shield Texas. There is also an app they can put on their phone. They can look at their claims live time. They can download their card to their app, so they don't have to actually carry the card if they don't want to. They just show their phone. All the information is in their benefits guide as well. That's a good source for them.
So what are some of the changes that we can expect in this benefits package?
We do have a few benefits that are new to the plan. We have MD Live, which is our drivers are out on the road. They're busy. Say they have a cold or something. They just call MD Live, or they can go on the app on their phone and talk with the doctor and get whatever they need done. It's a $20 copay for no matter which plan you pick. It's $20, and they will assist you for your basic needs.
Incredible. That makes it so convenient and incredibly affordable as well, too, especially for our drivers on the road, where instead of having to go look someplace and stop like an urgent care or something, they've got access right there at their thumbs.
Correct. It's quick, it's easy, and it is least expensive for our members as well as the plan. We now cover preventative services at 100%. That is new to the plan. People can get their mammograms, their colonoscopies, their vaccinations, their annual physicals at no cost to them. There are even some prescriptions that fall under that would be at no cost to the members. That way they can catch things early. The sooner you catch things, the better off it is for the members as well as for the expenses.
Wonderful. And that is a huge benefit right there. And that's different from what we had before, correct?
That is different. That is one of our selling points, that it will help everyone. So I am excited for everyone to have that opportunity.
And encourage everybody to really take advantage of that, because what do they say? An ounce of prevention is worth a pound of cure in this case, right? And so now
Right.
Stevens Transport providing you an opportunity to stay healthy early and not have to fix a problem later with this new plan. Wonderful news.
Another change is that our previous plan was all-inclusive. You either purchased insurance or you did not. Now you have the option to pick and choose what you want. So you can pick medical insurance, which comes with prescription coverage and basic life insurance. You can elect dental insurance. You can elect vision insurance, but you don't have to. You can pick what's best for you. And then we still have our disability insurance and voluntary life as well. It is with a new vendor, Guardian, but it's the same great coverage and it's optional. You just create your own plan. So everyone creates a plan that fits their needs.
Yeah, because everybody's needs are different depending upon their family size and their budget and everything else. So how wonderful now that it's not just, a one size fits all, which it never does with insurance, right? So how terrific now that they can customize based upon what their needs are and their budget, correct?
Correct. And they also can pick which plan they want. They want medical insurance. There's 3 different options for medical, depending on your budget and what your medical needs are, on what coverages you might want. And then dental, we also have 2 coverages for that as well. It's the same coverage, but one supplies a bigger benefit for people. And it also covers orthodontia for the people with children. I don't know about everyone else, but all 3 of mine needed braces. So it's a good benefit for them.
Believe me, when you're paying cash for braces, you would wish you had a plan like this, for sure.
Correct.
They're not cheap, to say the least. Another question I have for you is a lot of people find this podcast, Michelle, when they're doing their research to see if they want to go to work for Stevens Transport. How long does an employee need to be with Stevens until they're eligible for this plan?
Employees must work at Stevens. It goes in effect first of the month following 60 days. For driver trainees, it's first of the month following 90 days.
Okay, for all employees, 60 days, first of the month, unless you're a driver trainee, then you've got 90 days after the first of the month.
Correct.
All right, that's pretty quick. A lot of other companies, they make you wait a lot longer than that, too. I know that for sure. So another added benefit of working for Stevens Transport.
Yes, sir.
All right. Anything else you want to point out, Michelle, that's noteworthy?
Also, it depends on which plan you pick, but our out-of-pocket is lower. Our previous plan, it was $10,000. But the new plan, it depends on which one you select, but they're all less than $10,000, so that the most it would cost you is going to be less out-of-pocket.
And that really comes in handy for catastrophic type situations that do arise from time to time, knowing that there's a cap, that you're not going to go bankrupt trying to save your life if necessary.
Absolutely. Members don't think that's going to be them, but you never know if it's going to be you. You don't want it to be you, but at least worst case scenario, this is all it's going to cost you.
That is a huge benefit because, like you said, you never know when something's going to come out of left field for someone in your family or yourself. So knowing that cap is a lot lower than it was before, that's an incredible benefit.
that is.
Well, Michelle, this is all wonderful news and very typical of Stevens Transport, looking out for their employees and for their drivers and trying to enhance their work-life experience and their work-life balance and keep everybody healthy and safe. So, Michelle Gilbert, thank you so much for joining us again. Happy Labor Day at the time of the release of this episode. And if our listeners and employees have any questions, can they reach out to you?
Absolutely. They can email, they can call, they can send a Teams message. We're here to help.
Thanks again for joining us, Michelle, and have a wonderful day.
Thank you. You too.
Now more than ever, truck drivers are true American heroes. The men and women who literally keep America moving by delivering goods across the country. Being a professional driver is a rewarding, financially lucrative, long-term career filled with exciting adventures. A career where you'll never have to worry about job security. If you have your CDL and keep it up, it will sustain you for the long haul. You can see the country, serve your country, and provide a good life for your family. Whether you'd rather haul on a dedicated route or lane, or prefer working with one specific customer, if you want to own your business, we have a program that sets you up for success with all the tools and support you need. We've got opportunities in our intermodal rail division and have programs to help military veterans transition into trucking careers. We have second generations of drivers whose parents have driven for Stevens, who then trained their children and are now truck drivers. Some are even small fleet owners. So, whatever your dream is, you can achieve it right here at Stevens. If you're looking for a company with a 40-plus year track record that's never had a layoff, and just had the largest pay increase in company history for both new and experienced drivers, Stevens Transport has you covered. We offer the finest tools and technology and provide our drivers with the best state-of-the-art equipment on the market. Our infrastructure will support you both on and off the road. As a driver for Stevens, you become part of our family. Many companies throw the word family around. We're family-owned, family-run, and family-driven. Our 40-plus years of success is built on family. At Stevens, you're not just a number. Our drivers are part of our extended family, and we recognize and honor them every chance we get. If you want to be among the top income earners among professional drivers, if you want great benefits, if you want to have every type of driving opportunity at your fingertips, if you want to be part of a company that will stand behind you and ensure your success, come join the Stevens Transport family today and become an American hero. So, what are you waiting for? Take the first step toward your future career with the best trucking company in America. Become part of the Stevens Transport family today by calling our recruiting department at 1-800-333-8595 or apply online at stevenstransport.com.
Ever wondered what it's like to drive across the country and get paid to see America's breathtaking landscapes? Welcome to life as a team driver with Stevens Transport. The life of a trucker can sometimes feel solitary, but with team driving, you're never alone. Let's dive into how teaming up with another driver can transform your trucking career. So what exactly is team driving? Simply put, it's when two drivers share the responsibilities of operating the same truck. This allows for continuous travel and efficient delivery. Federal regulations require solo drivers to be off-duty for at least 10 consecutive hours after 11 hours of driving. Team driving, however, maximizes productivity by alternating driving shifts, cutting down on overall trip times. By working in shifts, team drivers can cover over 5,500 miles a week. That's more than double what solo drivers can achieve, leading to more priority loads and higher earnings. Efficiency is key. With two drivers, tasks like loading and unloading become quicker and easier. Plus, you'll earn more per mile. One of the greatest perks? You get to choose your driving partner, whether it's a close friend or a new acquaintance. Having a partner on the road makes those long hauls more enjoyable. And what about rest? Team drivers sleep in comfy bunk beds while the truck is moving, allowing for nearly non-stop travel without sacrificing sleep. Safety is another major advantage. With two drivers, there's an added layer of oversight to ensure committed safety. So, if you're ready to take your trucking career to the next level, consider team driving with Stevens Transport. It's the perfect blend of companionship, efficiency, and increased earnings. Explore the benefits of team driving and start your adventure today with Stevens Transport. Apply now and join a team that drives you to success. Your journey starts here.
Welcome back to the Stevens Transport Roadside Radio Podcast. My name is Tim Cicciarelli, otherwise known as Trucker Tim. If you wouldn't mind, when you hit your next stop, please follow or subscribe to this podcast from whichever podcast platform you're enjoying it from. We are everywhere. Apple Podcasts, Spotify, iHeartRadio, Audible. If it's a platform with a podcast on it, we are there. And by following the podcast, you'll have a brand new episode waiting for you each and every week as soon as it's released. And if you wouldn't mind, please leave us a review. Tell us what you like about the show and what you'd like changed. We are producing this podcast for you to keep you educated, informed, and hopefully a little entertained as well. If you've been thinking about joining the Stevens Transport team as a driver recruiter, or perhaps you want to be a driver, and you'll be talking to these driver recruiters, you got to get to know what their life is like. So welcoming back to the Stevens Transport Roadside Radio Podcast, Charles Wages. How are you, my friend?
I am doing fantastic, man. How are you doing?
I'm doing really good. And listen, I appreciate you joining us here on the podcast again. And Charles, I want to tap into your wisdom a little bit for our friends on the other side of the speakers who want to know what it might be like to become a driver recruiter, or for our drivers to understand what their life is like, because that's really their first point of contact when they want to become a driver for Stevens Transport.
You know, we just actually had somebody from the recruiting department just retired yesterday for 25 years. Luann Arona.
Oh, Luann retired. Wow. That's big news.
My God. She's so special to me. But she summed it up really in one way, helping others. This is sometimes it's long hours, sometimes it's long days and everything. But the fact is, you got to love what you do. And especially in the Houston market in general for me, but overall, just love what you do, helping other people. Trucking is nobody's first, second, or third career choice. It's always somebody's second, third, or fourth. And it's a transition career, and it's a lifestyle change. But if you just stick to the plan, stick to the course, let things happen organically, your biggest regret is not doing this sooner.
I love that you said that because every driver recruiter that I've talked to over the last now 8 seasons of this podcast, they say what you just said. They go home every day with their bucket filled because they're helping people change their lives. It's a transition job for a lot of people, like you said. And a lot of people might have already retired from another industry, but because of the lifestyle that trucking provides for drivers, this is something that a lot of midlife people or late life people want to do, or transitioning from the military. So a myriad of life experiences and how they become a driver, and the driver recruiters are the ones that set them on their path. So if you would, tell our audience, Charles, what driver recruiters actually do besides just answer the phone when somebody's interested in a new job at Stevens Transport.
Well, we do a lot of phone calling and everything, a lot of phone interviews, myself and some of my other colleagues, my peers, Sterling, Patrick, Key, John, we're the field recruiters as well. So we visit a lot of schools, talk to groups of 15 to 30 people at a time. We've got an hour to kind of get the whole message across, sometimes 30 minutes. Sometimes we're doing it on the yard or in a classroom environment. But basically just explain to the schools and to the general public all the options that we have at Stevens. I always tell everybody the best way for me to put it is the culture and the platform here offers more ways to make money than anybody else's first year platform. That's why we're so successful. And the fact is, trucking is a lot like cooking. Nobody has the same recipe for chicken soup. So
that's awesome.
And I always tell everybody, the best advice I can give you about trucking is not to take anybody else's advice. There's a game plan at Stevens for whichever path you want to go down to. We have so many different ways to make money at Stevens. We have company drivers, contractor drivers, solo drivers, team drivers, over the road, regional, dedicated, intermodal. There's just so many different ways to make money. It's what's best for Charles's way, what's best for Tim's way. It's never going to be the same.
Charles, I agree with you. There are so many paths that you can go down to make money and provide for your family. And one might think, all right, well, Charles Wages just said all these different ways. I don't know a lot about either of those ways, except perhaps maybe go back and listen to many episodes here on the Stevens Transport Roadside Radio podcast, because we interview drivers from each of those pathways. So all of the information is right there. If you just go back, we have over 150 episodes for someone to go, I want to know what it's like to be a team driver. Just search it up and you'll find which episodes have to do with team drivers. And like you said, so many different ways to make money as a driver, dependent upon one's personality, if they want to be a team driver or a lone wolf, and how wonderful that those opportunities are available.
Absolutely. And that's the thing with regards to the culture here that we've tried to create for the last 45 years. That's only for 45 years. That's all.
That's all. Yeah. No, just 45 years, family owned and run. Sure. But not in debt. I mean, what an amazing company.
That's the thing where, for us, and a perfect example, last year I had a school visit and two of my drivers showed up. One guy completely told the students, you couldn't pay me to be a contractor. The other guy, who was a company driver, said, you couldn't pay me to be a
company driver.
Both perfect views. And the students were like, well, which one's better?
Like you said, this is where you figure it out on your own. Who are you? Are you an entrepreneur type person where that, being a contracted driver would be better? And there are a lot of folks, and we need these types of people that say, listen, just tell me what to do and where to go and how to do it, and I'll do it. Those are wonderful company drivers, and we need them. And then you've got people who are like, well, I don't want a ceiling on my income. I want to be in charge. I want a little more freedom. And they have that entrepreneurial spirit. Well, how amazing that Stevens Transport not only has that avenue for them to roll down to become a contracted driver, but they teach them how to be business owners as well. That really blows my mind.
I mean, it's everybody's plate's going to be different. As a company driver, we have a great platform. Our pay is extremely competitive. It's one of the top in the industries. We always have the most miles. We have an amazing benefit package. I mean, so what are your family's needs? And there's always something there. Like you said, the entrepreneurial side, our contractor pay is good. I just went downstairs to say hello to Money Mike with regards to the surcharges. He was explaining some of the things with me about that. Our surcharge is very competitive across the board. It fluctuates, of course, with the price of fuel. But the fact is, we just have a game plan. The platform is I'm modest. I've been going here for 14 years, so we're second to none with regards to the platform that we can offer our drivers.
Charles, we're talking a lot about, the different paths a potential driver could take with Stevens Transport, when really this topic is about becoming a driver recruiter. But that's what it is. What you are doing right now is what it's like to be a recruiter, is to understand and learn all those paths, right?
It's always about the game. It's always learn what you can offer everybody else, so then you can articulate it to the group of people that you're there, and have a passion about helping these people.
So if somebody's coming in, Charles, and say, okay, I just want to be a recruiter. I don't want to be a driver. I want to help people find their career path. What is their next step, and how does that training?
Well, that's what actually I'm here for today. I'm in corporate office. I live in Houston, but the last couple of days I've been here training. Reach out to of course, if you're in the Dallas Metroplex area, we're always looking for the best possible candidates and everything for this career path. But we've just got recently some new internal partners here, and talking to them, getting them to see how much passion they have about it. First thing right off the bat is definitely the passion, helping others. It's a great career. It's a great way to provide for your family, but it is very selfless.
Yeah. So if you have that in you, that you want to help other people, there's step one. The rest of it is probably really good phone skills, I would guess, and then learning the Stevens way, because they have a way. There's a reason we're the best at everything that we do. And so that's what you're there doing, is training and teaching the Stevens way to recruit people the right way.
Yeah. And I learned from Angela.
Mm-hmm. Well,
the daughter, Angela.
You learn from the best, so there you go.
I learned from the best, man.
And people that are new to the podcast, I'd be like, well, who's Angela? Well, all I got to do is go back and listen to just a few episodes. And Angela Horowitz, she's an Aaron from the Aaron family that started this company 46 years ago, too. And
it's Mr. Aaron's baby girl. So
that's right.
You don't get better teaching from that person.
Charles Wages, thank you again for being with us here on the podcast.
Have a great one.
Okay, pump the brakes. That'll do it for episode 157 of the Stevens Transport Roadside Radio Podcast. If you found this podcast because you're searching for a brand new career, please make sure you visit the episode notes. We will have phone numbers and every link possible for you to learn more about Stevens Transport and even schedule a call with one of our recruiters. All the information is in the episode notes. And like we said earlier, please follow or subscribe to this podcast from whichever platform you're enjoying it from and share it with one of your fellow drivers. We sure would appreciate it. And finally, my name is Tim Cicciarelli, otherwise known as Trucker Tim. Thanks for joining me. And until next time, be safe out there. And thanks for listening to the Stevens Transport Roadside Radio Podcast.